Hi guys. Okay, so I ran, did not walk to Michael's because they're having a 70% off sale for these lovely little planters for succulents. And these are fake ones, fake succulents, which I can incorporate with something else later on. I'm not going to use them, but I am going to use these planters for real succulents, and I already started gouging out this one. The problem is that it doesn't have a drainage, so I'm probably going to have to try to drill that in, just because I mean, even if there is a way to keep the succulents healthy in a no drainage planter, still it's really way better if you have drainage. And I think that drilling a hole is not going to be such a big problem. So just wanted to update you. So run, don't walk to Michael's because these guys are so beautiful. I love the just the plain white planters. And once I put real succulents in there, it's going to be even prettier. Here are also some of the terrariums that I got. And this is my favorite right here. Definitely, that's a fake plant right in there. Definitely going to take that out and put a real plant in there. And these little galvanized pail, which is going to have some more succulents in there. So if you have a ceramic planter like this and it doesn't have a drain and you really want it, I like all my planters to have drains so that there's no question on how to water, how much water it's getting. You know, if you have to measure how much water is in there, just so the plants are safely getting the water that they need and not excess, because succulents don't like sitting in water. So if there's no drain, that most likely they will be sitting in water, and it's not good for them. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for the lowest point of the planter, of the ceramic planter. I'm looking at this inside here. There's a mound. So this is raised, the middle part is raised up a bit. So I'm not going to use any part of that raised area there to drill my hole. And because of that, I have to find the lowest point. And I feel like this part right here is the lowest point. If you're not sure, just put a little bit of water, maybe 3 drops of water, and see where it falls. So I have my trusty old ceramic drill bit. I'll show you. You have to use a special type of drill bit to drill into ceramic so it doesn't break. This is a Ryobi glass and tile bit. It has 4 sizes. You have to be careful. The first size, I really like to have like the smallest hole, but I was using it after using it for 3 planters. It broke, so now I'm on to the next size. But it doesn't matter. You have 4 of them in a package, and it's a special type of bit because it has that tip. It's not your regular normal tip. So the best way to do this is to take a little piece of blue tape and put it where your hole, where you want your hole to be. And I'm just gonna drill right here in this divot, and hopefully I can do that without holding on to the planter. So I'm just putting a little pressure. I don't want to put too much pressure. If you're very powerful and very strong, you need to know your strength
I'm not very strong, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna be patient and just drill right there. Okay, so while I'm drilling this, I'm noticing also that if I look underneath, so this is where I'm drilling this part right here, this bottom part right here, and it just feels like it's thicker. I don't know. It just feels like it's thicker. So I really have to be patient and drill it. I would take my brush and brush off some of that excess tile debris so I can get a clearer hole right there. The hole's not there yet, but it's getting there. This one gave me a little bit of trouble. I don't know if it was because of the way the ceramic was made, but or my drill is just losing sharpness. So I don't think so, because it's still, point is still there. However, the hole is there, even though it didn't give me a bigger hole, which I would prefer, but at least there's a hole there. You can see right through it. If you turn it over, it's there. The 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 main element in this whole process is to be very, very patient, because you may lose your ceramic. And if you're using a really good one that you really like, maybe an antique coffee cup or something like that, you really want to take your time, because even though it will drill through ceramic, you don't really know how thick they are. I mean, it's very organic the way ceramics are made. Some of them are made by hand. I'm pretty sure this was manufactured by a machine. Symmetrical. So, and everything, and all the ones that I saw at Michael's are exactly the same. Also, the reason why there's blue tape in there is that so when you start drilling, your drill is not slipping and sliding, because it's very smooth. So that's why the blue tape is there. It helps to be precise in where your hole is going to be. So that's one. So this one, I put the hole in the middle because I figured there's going to be lots of space for the soil. It's pretty thick. And even if it pools down here, even if the water pools down there, if the water goes past that line, it's still going to drain. So I just gonna have to play by ear. Ones, the teeny weeny ones, the water pooled down there, and even if it went to the ridges over here, it's fine, because it's not enough water to let the roots sit in the pot. I'm gonna drill this ceramic pot. Make sure that you don't want it anymore, that's not going to be used for anything else, because you might change your mind later on. You might want to take the plant out and then you reuse it. But once you do this, that's it. It's a planner. So here's my drill. There's my blue tape again. That was easy. This is a ceramic that's not very strong. I guess the plaster is not very strong, but that was easy and I like that.